Hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. So glad you guys are here. I have a problem. Because I picked up 3 more Morphe palettes. These are the cute little 9-pan ones. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of like in a neutral mood today, and I thought this would be kind of a fun little video to put together. I should be doing like a full face because I don't think I'm gonna do 3 looks with these. Should I do a look with each one? I don't know. This was the first one. I tried to order this once before, and I thought the palette was on its way with the rest of my order because I think Morphe had a sale, and then they canceled the order. They didn't say anything. I just saw that they'd canceled the order, or canceled part of the order. Anyway, I went back online. It was still available, so I reordered it. But this is the Cabernet Blush palette. This looks fantastic. This looks like super easy. You know, 1-2 mattes, a shimmer, done. And I don't hate the Morphe formula, so let's just see if that one's still the same as what I remember. And then I also picked up these 2 matte essentials palette. One of them is 9B, and I think this might have some, this is like the bold, this is the matte bold. Is that what that stands for? Plastic, not like the cardboard one for the Cabernet Blush. And oh yeah, we've got some greens in here. This reminds me of that one, painted desert or something like that. It's kind of what the initial reminds me of. But I like green eyeshadow. I don't mind warm eyeshadows. This is kind of a fun mustard color that can be surprisingly wearable. Let me look at the other one too. Let me decide. We'll decide which one I want to use today. Okay, and this one's 9C, which is another matte essentials. Okay, another plastic case. Don't mind that at all. Definitely easy to tell which one's gonna be, you know, the warmer one and which one's gonna be the cooler one. This has a kind of a gray tone, light blue cover, and you have a lot of cool tone shades in here. These 2 look like they're almost identical, but they're not. This one's a little bit more blue, this one's a black. You do have a nice dark green in here and another dark brown. You've got some that are transition shades. This is gonna be probably my least favorite shade, because I don't usually do like pastel blue eyeshadows, but that one's really pretty. That might be a good one to start with. Or if that's your jam, if you normally like cool colors, then why not? So out of these ones, this one's the most interesting because it's least likely to be one that I would normally wear. This one is pretty interesting because it has the greens in it. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not gonna use either of these right now. If you want me to come back and do a video with these, leave me a comment down below. We've got the 9B, which is the warmer one with the greens, and we've got the 9C, which has a little bit more of the blues in it. I'm gonna go boring today, because I don't know, it's my channel. And I'm gonna use this Cabernet Blush. It's a cardboard package, and it says in here, may your blends be berry and bright, XO Morphe. I'm guessing this was their holiday release, huh? I kind of want to try a bunch of these shades, just kind of see if Morphe's formula. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've done any kind of Morphe video before. I'm gonna start with this pink one right here. It's kind of a little bit of a warmer pink. I've got a rougher 01, of course. This one's called Love Buzz. And I have a little bit of concealer on my lids, but not much. And let's just try Love Buzz and see what this looks like. Normally when I do multiple looks with the same palette, I'm looking to see if I can get a work look. I work in a little bit more of a corporate environment, so I need to be a little bit more conservative with my eyeshadow. I can't get too creative. Also, I'm out with my husband quite a bit at night. Not because, I mean, sometimes because we're dating, but usually because he's performing. So I like to do a little bit more of kind of a deeper, smokier, edgier kind of look for that. For the evening. And then, you know, when I do get to leave the house, I'm currently hobbling around a broken ankle, so that's few and far between, but when I do get to leave the house, sometimes I like to be a little bit fun with my eye shadows. This seems like it's a perfectly normal, wearable, like not too bold, not too crazy. It doesn't have a mirror. Some people really despise that. For me, I look at it as keeping the cost down to make it a little bit more fun to collect and try and be, you know, cognizant of our finances, fiscally responsible. Okay, so that was Love Buzz, and I think it's a perfectly appropriate transition shade. Zero issue with that at all. This shade right here called Wine and Chill. I've got a rougher 02, so I'm going to take that. It's a little bit more of a flat, almost like a packer brush. And speaking of which, I'm going to start by packing this kind of on my outer corner, and then we'll bring it up here a little bit. So out of the 3 of these 9 pans that I've just recently picked up, this is the only one that has a mix of both shimmers and matte. As I said, I don't normally have too much of an issue with Morphe palettes. Sometimes it just ends up being the color story. I used to be really obsessed with and have gone through quite a number of their huge, like their 35 pan palettes. I just don't really reach for ginormous palettes anymore. You know, for the price point, when I was first starting out. I thought, boy, I've got to get all of them. And some of them I really enjoyed, and some of them I was just like, you know, I filmed with it, and then they were just too big and just never went back into them. 9 to 15 shades is really my sweet spot. Maybe 18. You know, like 9, 12, maybe 15, at most 18 is really kind of where I want my eyeshadow choices to be, if the choices make sense. I don't want an 18 pan palette and then go, now I have to reach into another one because the color story doesn't make sense. And I think for the most part, Morphe does pretty good jobs with does a pretty good job giving you some variety, versatility, and still having them make sense. This one makes a boatload of sense to me. Like, I really, really get where they're coming from with this. I'm also a wine drinker, so, you know, you give me a Cabernet, a Cabernet palette, and I'm like, oh, now I'm thirsty. Okay, I'm just gonna blend up this just a little bit here with that pink that I had before. I didn't grab any more product. I'm just kind of, yeah, you know what? Blend is fine. It's a little patchy for me on this eye, but I think this eye does get patchy. So I keep building it up here a little bit. It's not so saturated that it's, you know, turning too black or too aggressive for a daytime application. I'm filming in natural light right now. I never use filters. I've never once used a filter in a video. And even if I do a TikTok video, which I've done very few of those, I still don't use filters. I use this vlogging camera, and I'll just take a clip to do a TikTok as opposed to, and again, don't go looking for me yet because I just don't have a lot of content. Those shades are beautiful. Which one? You know what? I'm gonna take this darker one that's almost like a satin shade called Mold Moment. This is one that I really want to just use all over my lid. Like, if I'm gonna do a one and done, it might be Mold Moment. Yeah, that's really pretty. And it's layering very nicely over those mattes. Yeah, quick finger application, no issues with that. I'm thrilled. Morphe does shimmers very well, you guys. Just don't get any kind of scritchy grittiness that signals that it's a glitter that has been ground down. It just feels like a beautifully smooth formula. You guys, just as a reminder, I'm not a makeup artist. I didn't get any of this in PR. Morphe doesn't know. I'm not one of the, Morphe influencers trying to peddle my wares. That's just not what I'm doing. There's this one, which is like a copper color. I think this is gonna be beautiful all over the eyelid with, one of these mattes buffed out. Like, that's a done deal for me. This one, it looks like it's very champagne-y, which looks beautiful. Then we've got this one, which looks like it has a taupe undertone. I'm really studying on that one. And this one has a little bit more of a cool tone, kind of a lilac. More of like a lilac or a lavender shade underneath it. I think I want to use this one. And I think I'm going to take it with, I've just got the same brush that I used to pack on that dark color. I'm just cleaning it off a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it over and go into, so this one's called Swirled and Twirled. I guess that means that you're fancy if you're doing that with your wine. All right, this is giving me a little bit of rosé vibes, little bit of warmth to an otherwise kind of, berry toned look. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, I'm so happy. Gosh, you guys, Morphe gets a bad rap for a variety of reasons, right? I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's a perfect brand or a perfect company and they have perfect products. I'm not gonna say that. But for me, it's like ColourPop in the sense that if I don't use them for a while because I'm distracted by other products and the newest and the latest and greatest, and then I pick my brush up and dip back into a Morphe palette, I go, oh, there you are. There's a familiarity to it that I don't have a problem with. And I didn't use my finger with that shade. I did use a brush. I wanted to kind of go on just like a little bit more of a sheer wash of color without being too high shine. Good makeup. Yay. I bought a couple other Morphe products that I kind of forgot when I was getting ready to do this video, but don't worry because I bought some other Morphe palettes too that I'll come back and use. I'm gonna throw some mascara on. Give me just 1 second. All right, you guys, that's it for this Cabernet Blush palette from Morphe. Are they giving, did they give it a number? Sometimes they give these numbers, I don't know. I will try to remember to link it down below, but again, I'm not affiliated, endorsed, nothing like that. Morphe doesn't know that I'm doing this video. I'm okay with that too. Yeah, I'm not a, what do they call them? Do they call them more like Morphe babes? It used to be Morphe blushes back in the day. Anyway, I thought thought this was a super fun palette. I think it's very easy to wear. I think it's completely age appropriate. I think it looks good in natural light. It's not so heavy and dark and moody. It just feels very pretty. It feels very pretty. I like this a lot. I might do a liner and a different mascara if I were going out. Not today. My Il Makiage mascara is about at the end of it. I need to move on. I need to say goodbye to this. I wanted this to last a little bit longer, but I didn't get as much out of it as I wanted to. You know what? Second coats will work in a little bit better for me. I would not say that the Il Makiage mascara is in my top 5 mascaras. I would not say that. Would I say that this Morphe Cabernet Blush palette is in my top kind of wine-colored palettes? I don't know. You know what? I think it's beautiful. I have 0 issues with it. I think they've done a very intelligent job with giving you a couple darks and, you know, a shade that you can kind of use to blend out a little bit and like transition, and then a variety of the shimmers. I'm gonna take the one in the middle called Wishful Thinking. That's this one right here. My battery's almost dead, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you guys. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that right there. Look at that. All right, you guys, I'm feeling all fancy now. Fancy with Morphe, who would have thought? I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys consider sticking around. I'm sorry this is a short video. If you want me to come back and use these other 2, please let me know. If not, I'll just enjoy them myself. I hope you guys are doing really well, and until my next video, bye for now.